Hello and welcome back. If you haven't watched my previous videos, my name is Katja Wassetal. I am South African and I am a master's student at the University of Falmouth in marketing and digital communications. The past 3 videos are part of our final presentation of our masters, where we need to identify 3 to 5 future trends that will affect the marketing industry. In this video, we'll look at the very ominous topic of artificial intelligence, specifically on topics like multilingual marketing, Africa's role in generative AI, and language learning models. Now, I know that's a lot, and if you aren't fluent in marketing speak, let me help you out. Let's start with AI, meaning artificial intelligence is a field of technology that uses machines to try to emulate human understanding. AI includes many subfields like machine learning and deep learning, which uses training data to help systems learn and change in new ways. Moving on to generative AI. This is AI that can use generative models to make text, images, videos, and other data, usually in reaction to commands. Generative AI models learn from the structure and trends of the training data that they are given to make new data. Then moving on to language learning models, also known as LLMs. They are trained using large amounts of labeled text data and can determine what a word means by looking at its context and the words that follow before and after in a sentence. Language learning models can also be trained to understand and respond to questions. Lastly, multilingual marketing. With multilingual content marketing, you can connect and appeal to more consumers. What you need to know is that multilingual content marketing is more than just translating. It's really about giving customers around the world a uniform experience that fits their culture, way of life, and their beliefs. Now, the big question is, how does it all fit together? With the rise of AI, we need to consider what AI learns and what's already out there, or what the input is. If it's information, is it correct information? Is it just the information that's out there? And how will AI contextualize the information? Of course, this is extremely important to Africa. So, let's jump in. As seen here, there is a major growth in the usage of internet in Africa. However, with active usage of generative AI and the input that AI is given, it is a huge concern that more of half of Africa's population doesn't have internet access. This means a lack of quality concerning African contexts and digital presence, inaccessible data sets in African languages. This as a consequence of content synthesized by language learning models, trained largely in English language and on Western knowledge, is likely to favor Western contexts and is therefore less likely to be relevant to the needs of local African individuals and enterprises. Another very important aspect to consider is that this will affect specifically African women, because African women tend to be less represented in data sets for LLMs. Research on gendered digital divides in Africa indicates that as a group, African women use and contribute the least to internet discourse. Creating datasets in African languages that can be utilized to train multilingual LLMs is an important first step towards developing generative AI solutions that can significantly impact African situations. Smaller, more resource-efficient and multilingual African models are already performing as well as Western-built LLMs. Creating these data sets will change the African narrative and be highly beneficial as a marketing tool, specifically when marketing to an African audience while simultaneously changing the African narrative in language learning models. Referring to the previous slide, one can see all the benefits of localizing at scale by using multilingual marketing through generative AI. Why do marketers not take this one step further by actively implementing diversity and inclusion? Marketers having access to first-party data of African consumers could be the perfect chance to integrate language, culture, and African narratives into digital communication. This will add to the LLM's datasets and create better online African representation. Generative AI can be more inclusive towards African global narratives, and this all done through marketing. So let's recap. Africa still has a marginalized online presence. If AI learns from information online and there isn't enough information to create realistic narratives around Africa, how are people interpreting Africa, and how can it be changed? Well, I think marketing can change that. So marketers can research, adapt, and inclusively create African language datasets. Those can be further then implemented through multilingual marketing and digital communication. This presence of African information can then be further used to add to artificial intelligent inputs. This will also then change the online narrative of Africa. So, creating positive change through marketing. A lot of people don't know about marketing is that it entails a lot of problem solving. Whether it's to make more money, to uplift a failing business, or eventually sell that product that nobody wants to buy, I think my favorite part of marketing is solving the problem. And it is something that I really enjoy doing. So part of this presentation was on sort of saying what you intend on doing with all this knowledge that you've gained, and how this will affect your future and how you will use it. And my honest answer to you is, I'm not sure. I'm still figuring it out. I know that I would love to study further. I would like to create even bigger academic spaces for Africa in the marketing industry and digital comms industry. I know that I have an immense love for analytics and research and also human experiences. I would love to use all of these and my strengths to basically create positive change. And after these 2 years, I feel that I might not have a clear answer on what I would like to do, but I know I would like to create positive change. I think one of the most important things of honing in on your skills is to use what you have learned and to create something good in society. And that's it. Just creating positive change is probably the most important thing for me, for not only now, but for the rest of my life. And I enjoyed making these presentations. I am incredibly proud of what I have achieved, and a massive thank you to Falmouth University. All the help that I got, I enjoyed it so much, and I hope to enjoy even more. So that's it from me, guys. And thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. And let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you, dankie, and asante.